They came off the bench and changed the evening, an instant reminder that in modern football the game can pivot on a single substitution. Arsenal's 2-0 victory in Bilbao began to feel inevitable the moment Gabriel Martinelli and Leandro Trossard entered the fray, two players who, within minutes, turned possession into a clinical finish and then a composed reply, leaving San Mamés stunned and the Gunners walking away with not just 3 points, but a psychological claim on the tie. What felt like a tidy away win on the scoresheet was really a study in squad design. The starting XE had grown frustrated at times, energy dipped on the left, and when Arteta turned to his bench, he unlocked a different rhythm. Martinelli's arrival injected pace and directness. His finish that followed almost immediately was the kind of ruthless moment managers dream of from an impact sub, a reminder that momentum can change on the toe of a forward and the first touch of a replacement. Trossard's response, a composed strike after a smart layoff, underlined how the two complemented one another and exposed Athletic's inability to adapt to fresh angles and sudden acceleration. Those two moments told us more about Arsenal's season than a single training report ever could. Depth is no longer theoretical, it's match deciding. But beneath the elation there were lessons that demand attention. Emirates, asked to operate on the left, again struggled to make the kind of imprint many expected when he arrived. The problem was not desire but fit. He cycled into narrow positions, found himself crowded and unable to orchestrate the kind of central influence a player of his quality often enjoys. That's not a condemnation so much as an invitation to tactical adjustment. Arteta must weigh whether Ez is better served in a left central role, drifting into pockets where his creativity can unlock defences without being hemmed in by natural width imbalances. Tonight's pattern, a team edging through periods of control but lacking that final incision until the substitutes arrived, suggests that small shifts in positioning could amplify Arsenal's attacking threat rather than diminishing it. Defensively, there were encouraging notes. The backline repelled Athletic's best phases and, at moments, showed composure under pressure, but Arteta now faces selection headaches born from positive problems. The emergence of younger options and the resilience of those starters who had struggled for rhythm earlier in the season both build a healthier overall picture. The real headline, though, is the bench. When your second string can arrive and alter an entire game plan inside 3 minutes, it changes how opponents prepare. That means teams like Manchester City, looming at the Emirates next, must now account for more than the starting XE. They must plan for the possibility that Arteta's replacements will arrive with intent, energy and tactical specificity. For Arsenal, that's a weapon. For rivals, a new variable to neutralise. So what should fans be watching next? First, how Arteta redeploys Ez. Will he give him the licence to occupy central pockets, or will he insist on traditional width and ask other tactical compensations? Second, can Arsenal make the substitute spark starting expectation rather than an emergency cure, i.e. can the patterns Martinelli and Trossard exploited be rehearsed earlier so the team penetrates with the same speed at kickoff? Lastly, the mental message matters. Coming away from San Mamés with a clean sheet and 2 goals from the bench is the kind of result that reverberates through a squad's confidence. There will be critics who point to missed chances or moments where control slipped, but there will be no denying the headline. Arsenal have fresh, decisive options, and after tonight, they no longer feel like a one-dimensional threat. Tomorrow, conversation will be about technique and selection. Tonight, the picture is clearer. The Gunners left Bilbao with a win that showcased both their potential and their vulnerabilities, and that duality is what will make the run that much more compelling. If Arteta can stitch the tactical seams, find the right role for ease while keeping the match-winning bench ready, Arsenal could be announcing themselves not just as contenders, but as a team with the depth and adaptability to shape this season's biggest nights.